If you still don't know the news spreading around the world now, so let me tell you that the Earth's core has stopped rotating, and will soon reverse its direction of rotation. And this was published in a study in the scientific journal, Nature Geoscience, by a team of scientists who noticed that the Earth's core speed decreased, and it almost stopped rotating. To understand what happened and what it means, and its impact on our existence in the future, you must first know what the planet Earth consists of. The Earth is made up of different layers. The first layer that you walk on is called the crust, and its thickness ranges from 8 to 40 kilometers. The second layer is called the mantle, and it consists of rocks with a high temperature and a thickness of about 2,900 kilometers. Human can't reach this layer. The layer after it is called the outer core, and its thickness is 2,250 kilometers. It consists of molten iron, and its temperature reaches the hotends of the sun. Inside this layer is the inner core, or the core of the Earth. The Earth's core is a huge sphere. Its thickness is about 1,200 kilometers. It consists of solid iron, and its temperature is higher than the temperature of the sun itself. But despite this, the inner center is solid, and not molten due to the great pressure on it. Because these layers are very far from us, it is difficult for physicists and geologists to reach them. Until today, we do not know exactly what is happening in the center of the Earth. But all we know is that the interactions that take place in the inside it affects the form of life on the planet. For example, the friction between the outer layer of molten iron and the inner layer of solid iron generates a very strong electromagnetic field. This field forms a hidden and transparent shield around the Earth. It preserves the climate of the planet, and without it there will not be any form of life on Earth. Also, the electromagnetic field, along with the effect of Earth's gravity, causes the Earth's inner core to move continuously. This movement affects the Earth's rotation, climate, and the length and shortness of the day. Now a group of scientists from China named Yi Yang and Xiaodong Song have just published a research paper that surprised the scientific community. They say that the inner core of the Earth is not constant, and that the direction of its rotation changes at a rate of about once every 70 years. According to their studies, the Earth's core speed has been decreasing since 2009, and it has now reached a stage of complete stop. And this is a prelude that it is going to reverse the direction of its rotation. Well, what does this mean, and how does they reach that result? This result was reached based on very complex and accurate studies that they did over many years on the inner layers of the Earth. They used the data of the seismic waves that passed through the core of the Earth itself between 1964 and until 2021. These seismic waves are a geological phenomenon that extends into all layers of the Earth and has a certain speed at a certain time. By studying the speed of these waves, and the time they took to propagate, they were able to know the movement of the inner core of the Earth, and discovered that its movement had completely stopped. Their words are supported by other scientific observations recorded by scientists from all over the world, confirming that the weather and climate of the Earth and environmental phenomena such as animal migration and the rates of sea and ocean water rise, and even the length of the day itself, change every period with the change of movement of the Earth's core. For example, scientists recorded that the day was shorter by 0.01 milliseconds when the inner core was rotating opposite the direction of Earth's rotation, and it was 0.12 milliseconds longer when it was rotating in the same direction as the Earth's rotation. According to their words, the last revolution in this rotational movement took place in the 70s of the last century. And what is happening now is a prelude to a new change in the direction of movement. That is why we see strange environmental phenomena, And we do not know how to explain them, nor do we understand why they happen, as frequent earthquakes and volcanoes. Now this scientific paper has opened a great discussion and controversy among scientists about the effect of movement of Earth's core. And the research is still not fully confirmed. Because until today, man does not have a complete idea about how the layers of the Earth work. And there is no way to verify it accurately, because we cannot dig and reach it in order to study it. And the deepest hole that man made was Kola Super Deep Borehole in Russia, with a depth of 12 kilometers. Human couldn't go further from it. And now scientists are trying to build on the information they have and study seismic data, earthquakes, and volcanic eruptions, so that they can confirm the validity of the research. This research does not mean that life on the planet will end or even be greatly affected, as this phenomenon is repeated continuously at a rate of approximately once every 70 years. And the last time it occurred was in 1974. And it has nothing to do with the news spread on social media, which says that this phenomenon is the beginning of a reversal of the Earth's movement. The Earth movement is normal, continuous, and scientifically impossible to be changed only if a divine miracle outside the scope of science changed it. But the idea is that humans discover something new that we will know for the first time. And we will also know causes of climate and environmental changes, and their effect on our existence in the future.